is October 18th, 2025. Oh my God. My new husband, Carl, I told you about his son, Rick, uh, told even his daughter, Audrey, he was going to have his dad arrested if he had to just to take his land. So he already told him months ago he was going to bash his head in, uh, kidnap him, take him out to Youngstown, have him found incompetent, and have everything signed over to him. And he was going to do the same thing to me. And he told Audrey, his other daughter, he was going to do it. He didn't know how. Since then, he has confessed to being in our joint checking account, knows of a transaction between me and Carl, has admitted he broke in my apartment, stole personal papers from me and Carl. He's committed identity theft, bank fraud, impersonating Carl, and breaking and entering and stealing. And he's already got a kidnapping and extortion plan. And this whole thing is crazy. Absolute crazy. You know, when Carl and I first got together, I had told him what happened between me and my husband and how I have all these injuries. I had medical bills. I had my ex-husband, when he fled the country, left me with like $1,500 in back taxes or something like that. And I had all kinds of bills from where he fled the country. I didn't have my alimony anymore. I was drowning. Absolute drowning. Carl was kind enough. Hey, give me one more minute. Can you give me a minute? Uh, was kind enough to lend me $20,000. I felt so horrible. I wrote out a little note and I signed a promise and gave him so much back. Well, I had a dog bite settlement last year. Okay, now we're on both joint checking accounts. That money went into our other joint checking account. My paycheck does. That money got paid back and more. More. Got to think the dog bite check was $13,600 by itself. And I make $400 to $700 a week. And when my alimony kicked in, again, when they attached it to Social Security, the $1,600 a month. And that money was spent on Carl. It was spent on both of us. He got his 20 grand back and more. But his son, Rick, wants to brag how he stole that paper from our home. He wants to admit that he was committed identity fraud and bank fraud and got in our personal checking account. See, they don't think they realized Carl was on my other checking account, that we spent it together. See, Carl asked me over a year and a half ago, I want you to go on my checking account. He said, I'm afraid my son Rick will steal all my money one day. He's just demanding my farm, and I told him I'm not dead yet. Well, he told little Rob he was in debt and he was going to take that farm and he needed it now. Well, Michelle confessed September 30th, 25, that she's the one that told his family that they could bash his head in, kidnap him, take him out to Youngstown, and have him found incompetent because she really wanted that land. October 14th, 25, Walmart 62 by Wood Forest. There's a lady, Will wants that land. Her son Danny thinks he can buy it and then wait a while and let Carl go back out and have his land. Does he know who he's messing with, what Will will do to him? Don't threaten my son for trying to help Carl. Will wants that land. There's millions of dollars oil under it. Well, there's probably millions of dollars oil all under Carrollton. Don't mean they're all pumping it out at the same time, honey. He's the one that is supposed to be Michelle, which is my ex-husband's girlfriend's father. I haven't met him yet. I've seen him. Where December 18, 24, Walmart 62, the guy comes in. Karen didn't know who Michelle was till January, February 19. No, I made sure of it till she announced herself. I've still never talked to her. I've seen her. And then was going on and on. Well, those people thought, I thought they threatened her, so I didn't care what happened to her, da 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 da. And I told the drug dealer that no one would want her after everything he had done to her to leave her alone. He's in it with drug dealers making bets. January 5th, 25. Investigators come in. What is this? Another FBI agent lied to a U.S. Marshal. She was weird with herself. We always know it was photoshopped of washing yourself in the shower. And they had drugged her and told her to say it before. And we have the agent over her case saying he let all this happen because he thought she threatened his daughter. He's not the agent of my case. He lied. Okay? January 30th, 25, where there was some guy following us in Carrollton at Virginia's restaurant, where some idiot said something to me and I went off. And then I started talking about Terry Coberly seeing me almost kidnapped, and that it being a medication error, medical malpractice almost killed me years ago, and it's fraud. Well, January 30th, 25, we go to Walmart 62 after that. Those two guys walk off in the distance, and he was telling them, I found out that it was medical malpractice and fraud and medication errors made her sick before. I feel really bad. I found out Terry Coberly, seeing him almost kidnap her before. I really feel bad. I already told these people when I found out she didn't even know who Michelle was, and they were lying that she had threatened her and she didn't even know who she was, that I didn't find any of this funny. And when her ex-husband called down to my office, I told him to tell him I wasn't there anymore. That the police said she had rights and nobody would say a word to her. It's a guy from Maslin. Where I was talking to Josh, where in 18 and 19, they said, what is that guy's problem in Maslin helping people get away with crimes? Why is he involving himself in crimes? And they would complain about him. It's a guy from Maslin. It's this kid. They're running a drug scam. Get the idea? I said something to Josh about dating a retired Maslin police officer. He's like, Maslin police, Maslin. There was a guy in Maslin helping him get away with everything. Dad found out he wasn't there anymore and he fled the country forever. September 30th, 25, 1 o'clock in the morning. My car is bugged from the FBI in the place. A biker shows up with Michelle. Said the guy's running it. Said no one's ever to say a word to her again in her life. That this whole thing is your family's debt to drug dealers. Is that the truth? Yes, I'm sorry. Does she even know who you are? No, and I don't want her to know who I am. She doesn't even know who you are. I can knock on that door and ask her if she knows who you are, and will she know? He said no, and I don't want her to know who I am. And you had her skull bashed in and had her raped and tortured because your family was in debt to drug dealers? Yes, I'm sorry. Said I listened to her friend Matt and her talk January 13th, 23, and that the Ohio drug dealers were threatening that agent's life because they thought they were he was letting all those people be human trafficked, and find out it's your family that was letting them be human trafficked. Yes, I'm sorry. Your family human trafficked people because you were in debt to drug dealers. Yes, I'm sorry. Found out that it was you that told his family that they could bash her new husband's head in, take him out to Youngstown, have some attorney find him incompetent, and walk off with his land and everything else. If they actually had something set up in Youngstown, it's ruined because you told on them. I know, I'm sorry, but I really wanted that land. We're October 14th, 23, Walmart 62 by Wood Forest. A lady in there threatening my son, Danny, because Danny had offered to buy that farm from Carl and then let everything settle down, let him go out and ride his tractor and enjoy his dad's land till he passes. Make his son that's threatening him go away. Said Danny don't know who he's messing with. Will wants that land. don't threaten my kid. He's the one where, October 4th, 25, they admitted they used hypnotic drugs on me when they drugged me and told me to say it before. August 5th, 25, Dutch Valley Restaurant. As if Agent John didn't know they used hypnotic drugs when they drugged her and told her to say it before. That's why she had a metal taste in her mouth and no memory of these people. He even let him rape and torture her. Is he some kind of coward? August 7th, 25, Walmart, 62 investigators. We got a tape of them calling Agent John a coward and admitting again they drugged her and told her to say it before, and that they used hypnotic drugs that caused the metal taste in her mouth and no memory of those people. Where they kept saying after that, why are they calling Agent John a coward? Well, they want the case thrown out against the cartel. That he defrauded her. He told on her for calling the FBI hotline for, he talked to her. He made it on a recorded line that he had spoke to everyone. Everybody knew the FBI was involved. And then he doesn't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet, and then he didn't pay her. He had no right around her. He was defrauding her. And they want all the police surveillance on the drug cartel thrown out. They want every drug dealer released and no one else arrested on this. Got a lot of hopes and dreams, don't you, honey? But these people, like my new husband Carl, his son Rick, thinking he can break in my apartment, steal personal notes, impersonate Carl and call the bank and have him recite information over to him, and with identity fraud and bank fraud, break in my apartment and steal paperwork. You know, Kathy Stoneman is Carl's attorney. She said, you know, Carl can spend his money on whoever he wants, and it's nobody's business. We're married, and these are joint accounts, and it is nobody's business. See, that's where they thought, where, like even Audra said, he thought he could find something bad on you. It's not bad for your husband to help you pay off your bills. Not at all. And let alone, it was paid back to another account that he is on and paid back more. And he's helped spend the money from there. And a lot of it was spent on him. And he's got his money back and more. You guys forget, I work. I make anywhere from $400 to $700 a week. That's how many hours I work. I used to get my alimony until I got married. That was $1,600 a month. Because it restarted once they attached his Social Security check. After he fled the country and I was hurting so bad from not having that extra money. But that $1,600 a month, it went in there. And guess who it got spent on? Carl. You know, they always, his son leaving voicemails. He don't need that TV. He don't need this. He don't need that. They even told me before when I moved in, when he had ragged shoes on, and I went out and bought him shoes, he don't need shoes. They only want to steal from him. They don't love him. Did they ever come see him just to see him? No. Do something nice for him because they loved him? No. Do they have anything to do with his regular daily life, monthly, weekly? No. Healthcare? No. Nothing. But they think they're entitled to steal everything he's got. I already paid him back into our other joint account. And you know what? And he is on him. And these people are ridiculous. And his son needs arrested. Big time. Severe elderly abuse. Threatening him that he's going to have that horse taken off. And he's going to tell him he's got dementia and Alzheimer's. He's abusing it. The lady went out. It's his daughter's horse, just storing it there. There's no abuse. I told her she's got a couple of days or I'm calling a rescue place and I'll have it hauled off. I'm not dealing with Rick. Oh, Rick's not going to like it when the land is sold. His precious little trees are cut down. And he can go to hell for trying to harm his father and me. It's cost him everything. He needs to be locked up. He's very dangerous. Anybody thinking they can break in somebody's home and steal paperwork, and it was out of my paperwork. And he can do identity theft and bank fraud and get in somebody's checking account and admit on a recorded line. How stupid is he? And then threatening them, elderly abuse, severe elderly abuse, like the VA said. It's elderly abuse what he's doing to him. Like the bank said, it's severe elderly abuse. You can go to jail 15 years for that one. Threaten him and terrorizing him. He has no right.